This is the Digitally Remastered Network.
Greetings, game heads and wow heads. Eli Williams here, and this is Williams on Warcraft. Greetings, wow heads, and welcome to another episode of Williams on Warcraft with me, your host, Eli Williams. And today we're going to go through Duskwood and do some questing, and we're going to have a little talk from the heart. Since it is Valentine's Day coming up, and it is the holiday of the heart, I thought today I would speak from the heart. This is my thoughts on World of Warcraft. And I'm not going to lie to you, I've been contemplating for a while whether or not I really want to even continue playing this game. Because, honestly, I'm paying a monthly subscription for a game that I am virtually not playing. What you see here on the show is masses about 90% of what I play in the game now. I do this, I put this out there for you guys. Other than that, I hit Mythic Karazhan every week to try to get the the midnight mount to drop.
I need to get closer.
I did go through the past few days of doing the Crown Chemical Factory, because that's on right now, to get the Love Rocket to drop that mount, because it's the only mount that, as far as holidays, that I don't have. But outside of that, I'm just not playing this game, and here's why.
I need to get closer. I'm out of range.
Make a long story short, a long time ago when Wrath of the Lich King came out, I wasn't a big fan of that expansion. I didn't like, and I don't like Northrend. I don't like the layout of Northrend. And I just didn't like the game, and it was just going south for me. And you know, I quit. I quit WoW for a long time. I did not return until I would say Mists of Pandaria was probably, well, Timeless Isle was out when I came back. So that'll give you an idea of just how long that was. I missed Cataclysm completely. And which is a shame, because even though a lot of people don't like Cataclysm, Cataclysm had a lot of really cool things in it. Especially for me. For instance, Pet Battles. Pet Battles is awesome. I think Pet Battles is really cool, and I'm not even really into Pokemon. I know nothing about Pokemon. Now, a friend of our channel, Commander Frost, who eventually we're going to do some collaborations with, he is a Pokemon master. Like, that dude knows Pokemon. I've spoken with him on many occasions, and he knows Pokemon. But Pet Battles, really cool thing added to the game. I really enjoy it. Transmog should have been there from the get-go, because there's nothing I despise more than your armor looking like crap. Like a hodgepodge quilt of insanity. And which is one of the reasons I really don't play Classic WoW, other than the fact that I just don't want to start over. I have amassed, wealth in this game. I'm very comfortable in this game. I'm not like super rich. I can't like go out and go, oh, I'm going to buy the Brutosaur mount that's got the, I'm not that gold rich in this game, but I'm not doing too bad. I know how to make gold very well, and I enjoy farming transmogs for gold and stuff like that, like you've seen in the video that I made about. I made a couple videos about transmog farming, and
I need to get closer.
and that's fun. And farming for mounts is fun. I like collecting mounts, as you have seen, or as you can see. I've got my total mount count is 361, but I am just above. As far as mounts are concerned, like here's this thing. I am no, that's not it. Oh, this guy. I'm 316 of unique mounts, so I hit the 300 mark, and Cataclysm added, you know, some really cool stuff, and then Mists of Pandaria I did like Mists of Pandaria. I liked how the game was then, and I didn't do much questing because it was already there. I started, that is when I quit, there was no dungeon queue, so getting into dungeons was ridiculously hard and stupid. And I'm gonna have to go in the cave.
Out of range. Get closer.
And so I would tank dungeons, I would heal dungeons. I made a monk, and it was really cool. And then Warlords of Draenor came out, and they did you know, they did a stat squish, and I wasn't really, you know, or did they do a stat squish? Maybe they didn't do a stat squish. No, they didn't do a stat squish in Warlords of Draenor.
It's too far away. I need to get closer.
But, there we go. When Draenor came out, I was not really into it that much, but it grew on me. I liked when I first started playing, I was like, oh, I can see this is all built around the garrison and yada yada yada. And I know a lot of people didn't like Warlords of Draenor because there wasn't a lot of content, a lot of stuff to do. But that expansion was alt friendly, and I love alts. And I love alts for, if nothing else, the main reason I love alts is just to be able to go back and redo like the raids and stuff and collect the transmogs, and like that's a lot of fun. And Warlords of Draenor gave you that because, hey, ding ding 23, because once you got the Pathfinder, which I'm totally against Pathfinder. I think Pathfinder is stupid. I think it's a dumb thing that Blizzard is doing every expansion. It should be an option. This is okay. Here's the biggest problem with Blizzard, in my eyes. Blizzard hates options. Blizzard does not like anybody to have options. So they will they are unwilling to please everyone. And it's very hard to please everyone. Obviously, you can't please everyone all the time. But in this game, you really can. And how they're really failing in this is, number one, Pathfinder is a stupid thing. There should be an option. If you want to go through and do all of that questing and all of that rep and all of that crap to get your flying, more power to you. Do it. If that's what you enjoy doing, then by God, you should be able to do that. But if you just want to pay like 5,000 to 10,000 gold or whatever, how much ever amount it is, then you should be able to do that as well. And I think Blizzard's hatred for options really shined
I don't have a target.
brightly with the pre-patch for Battle for Azeroth. And that is when they completely nerfed to holy hell the heirloom armor. And I'll be honest, that really pissed me off. Because number one, that stuff ain't cheap by any stretch of the imagination. And when you nerf the XP that you get from dungeons, it's like they do not want people power leveling through dungeons. They want people power level, or they want people to okay, I gotta go in a cave for this. I don't know what I'm doing. They want people to quest and do all that stuff. And I don't like, even though I'm doing it right now, but I'm doing it here because I like Duskwood. But I hate questing. I hate doing the same quests over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's dumb. It's boring. And I don't like doing it. But I do love running dungeons. I think that's fine. It can be very frustrating at times because you can get some people that are just in there to troll. You can get some people that are just in there to, you know, do whatever they're doing. And you get people in there that just, you know, don't know what they're doing. You try to help, but, you know, whatever. But I enjoy running those dungeons. I enjoyed getting that XP. I enjoyed the option. And while we're on the subject of options, another thing that really, here within the past few expansions, one of the things that really has brought me down as far as my love for this game was Legion and the artifact weapon. The whole thing of giving you a thing, in this case it was an artifact weapon, and Battle for Azeroth, it's that damn necklace. The whole thing of giving you an item that you sink power into, that you're powering up, to me is dumb. Is just dumb. And I do not like it. And I'm not a fan of it. You know, just make gear. And this is the thing. They were at their height in Wrath of the Lich King. That was the most subscribers they ever had. That was when WoW was killing the competition. Everything else it was just destroying. And this is what I don't understand. If you know when you were at your best, why do you not continue to do that same best all the time?
What can I do for you?
Like, if you're a sports player and you're out, you know,
Any
and
friend of Greymane.
say you're,
is a friend
and I'm
of
not
mine.
into sports ball by any stretch of the imagination, but
Farewell.
let's say you're a golfer. I like golf. I don't play in reality. I play video game golf, but I like golf. And let's say you're a golfer, and you know when you walk up to that tee with your driver, and when you learn how to drive that ball and put that ball right on the green or right on the fairway as close to the green as you possibly can, and you know how to do that every time, why would you walk up to the tee and then knock it off into the rough, or knock it into the water hazard, or knock it into the bunker? Why would you do that? Why? And that is what Blizzard is doing, in my eyes. And the artifact weapon really showed that as far as not giving anybody options, not letting people do what they want to do.
I don't have a target.
You know, if I'm a caster, okay, I'm a magic user, I'm a caster, I want to use a staff. That's what I want to use. If I am a what was it? Was it Destruction Warlock or was it?
It's too
No, I
far
think
away.
it was it Demonology. I don't know. One of the Warlock. I can't think of which one it is off the top of my head, but it had that stupid whatever that was. It was like a dagger and a floating skull thing. That's not even a weapon in the game, okay? It's not. It's never been a weapon in the game. You've never had a dagger floaty skull thing. And you could not transmog it into a staff. You had to use the dagger floaty skull thing, or, well, you could transmog it into a dagger and an offhand item, which I've always thought was just dumb. And then, like, fire mages. Fire mages was a sword and an offhand, but I want a staff. There are so many cool staffs in this game. Why can't I use a staff? Well, you can't. What was it? Was it Shadow Priests? One of the priests was like that too. It was like something in an offhand. That's dumb. Most of the other classes were okay. At least if they let you transmog them. But the whole time, the whole expansion, what you're doing is you're putting stuff into this weapon and you're trying to max it out. You're trying to make it powerful. And then they give you these little gear things to put in the weapon. And it was just stupid. And they're doing the same thing now. You've got... It is not alt-friendly. Warlords of Draenor was alt-friendly. You got that stupid-ass Pathfinder thing, and you could fly around and pick up those treasures and just XP, 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 XP. You could have a character to max level in like an hour by doing that and using XP potions. But Legion comes along and nope. I mean, they did have the invasions, which I did manage to level a lot of my favorite characters to 110. But it was just, it was a grind. And even though I did level them up, I still had to empower that stupid ass artifact weapon that I had no option. I couldn't just say I'm not going to use it because, you put a heirloom weapon on. And that's the other thing too. The whole like not doing the heirloom weapons at launch. Like that whole nonsense, like not, when at launch, no, you have to wait. You have to wait for a patch so we up the heirloom weapons to the max level so you can use them. Why? If I want a power level and get to, I'm not trying to be, world first 120 or world first 110. I just I'm gonna level my guy up and move to the next guy and level my guy up, move to the next guy, level my guy up, move to the next guy. So when I do hit max level, I can go back to the last expansion's raids or heroics, and I could go to the expansion before that and do mythics and get that transmog gear or farm for gold or do whatever I want to do. I'm paying the monthly subscription. I should be able to do what I want to do in this game. But Blizzard doesn't let you do that. Another thing that they do that I really don't care for is the whole reinventing the wheel, which Blizzard is famous for. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Somebody in the Carter administration that was famous for saying that. I'm not going to get political. But just make Warcraft. That's all you got to do. You have one job. Make World of Warcraft. And to me, especially with this Shadowlands, I don't know. I'm gonna, I'm gonna give it a day in court. I'm gonna try it.
Be careful.
Whether I'm still playing this
What's your story?
up until it comes out, that remains to be seen. But you've
wouldn't
got
want to see me when I'm angry.
What are we doing? Okay, that's to go see him. Oops. You got one job. You make a game, you make a new area, you make questing hubs, you make gear. Not gear that you have to enhance with magical power and little trinkety items. You make gear, you make helms, you make shoulders, right here. This is what you make right here. These items, and you make them drop from mobs out in the PvE world. You make them drop from mobs in dungeons. You give them as quest rewards. You make them drop from raid bosses. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Blizzard. I know they're not watching. I don't really care, but that's your job. That's all you have to do. And they're not doing it. Every expansion that comes out, it's a new thing. Yeah, Warlords of Draenor had the garrisons, and the garrison was like a thing that you had to put stuff into, but it wasn't, I mean, the resources you were picking up, and you had a little pool that would rebuild itself and up to like 500 or 1,000 or whatever it was, and then you would, pick from that, and you would empower your garrison, and you would build, but you were using gold and another thing that you were gradually picking up. But as far as your gear, that was your gear. You had it. It wasn't like it was a big deal. It was just there. And yeah, this game has become a shell of its former self. And it really saddens me, because I love this game. I've always loved this game. I love this game. I started playing it. It had been out like a week. And I was playing this game, and it was amazing. Now, I did love classic WoW, but I'm not into it as far as this thing they brought out. I don't want to start over again. I don't know. Maybe I will introduce that to this show. But
Hey there.
with the aspects of everything that they're doing, I'm just not in it. And I know that there is a level squish. God, why would you do that? I missed somebody in here. Are they upstairs? They must be upstairs. I've been so long I've done this, I don't remember. Where is this other person at? There's somebody in here. I know there is. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. My heart is not in this game like it used to be. Like, honestly, if you want to know what I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 online. Because that game is just amazing. It is just an astounding game. And yeah. So that's my thoughts. If we continue to do this, I will. Where is that? I know there is a. Oh, it's up. The juice delivery. It's this way. You know, if I continue to play this game, it's pretty much just going to be for this show. I am not going to sink any time into trying to level any more alts in Battle for Azeroth. And I have a whole nother account. I have 2 accounts. I'm actually paying $15 a month for 2 accounts to play this game. And I'm not enjoying it. And I've not even got anybody on my other account to 120. And I just, you know, I was gonna do it. I was gonna be like, okay, I did it. I got the flight. I unlocked all the.
See you later.
Unlocked all the allied races and well, all the alliance side allied races. But I couldn't bring myself to do it again. It's just too much. Just quest. I didn't want to do it. So anyway, thank you for... I'm going to get off my soapbox now. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening to me. And, you know, if you feel the same way, you know, drop a description down there below the video. Tell me what you think. Tell me what your feelings are. Tell me what you like and don't like. I'd love to hear it. Even if it goes against the grain as far as what I just said. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, smash that bell so you can get information on all the good things coming out of the Digitally Remastered Network. You've been watching Williams on Warcraft with me, your host Eli Williams. You guys have a great week and a great day. I will see you next time. And until then, I hope you level up and get lots of gold. See you next time. Take care. On behalf of the Digitally Remastered Network, I would like to thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, smash that bell so you can get information on all the good things coming out of the Digitally Remastered Network. You've been watching Williams on Warcraft with me, Eli Williams. Tune in next time, and until then, I hope you level up and get lots of gold.